Good English customer service isn't just about being friendly. It's also about using the right words and expressions to show empathy, to show customers that you want to work with them, and sometimes, of course, to apologize if they're really angry. And you want to show them generally that you're there. You want to show them that you're willing to help resolve their issues, right? So we're going to be focusing on a few expressions that you can use to make your customer interactions more successful. In this video, we're going to talk about customer service English expressions that you can use to apologize, to show empathy, to be positive, and to work together with the customer you're dealing with. How can we use these expressions to accomplish all of these things? So first up, we're going to talk about apologetic expressions. Now, in most cases, hopefully, you're not apologizing because you personally did something wrong. You're making an apology generally because the customer is unhappy about something. It can be a good way to sort of break through that frustration and anger and then start actually working on a solution, right? So you're apologizing broadly for any frustration that they may be feeling, for any inconvenience that they may have experienced. Again, no matter who is to blame, it can still be a good idea, right? So here are a few examples that you can use to apologize like a pro. I apologize for the inconvenience. Specifically, you might use that when someone has waited for a long time while you're trying to solve something, or, as we talked about, more generally, they have gone through some kind of inconvenience and you want to sort of say, hey, I see that, now we're going to deal with it. You may also say, I apologize for any frustration this may have caused. This one is useful when you want to identify a specific cause. So maybe they had an expectation and that expectation was not met. Maybe they've tried to solve a problem with another customer service person and it wasn't solved. And so they're going through a process and they're getting more and more frustrated. And so you want to just acknowledge that frustration. I apologize for any frustration this may have caused. Now, if it's more serious, you might say, I'm so sorry this has happened. I recommend saying this has happened to make it a little gentler instead of just this happened, but I'm so sorry this happened is okay too. Apologizing is a great way to acknowledge the current situation, no matter who is to blame, and then move on to the next thing, which is hopefully a solution. I'm so sorry this has happened. Let's figure out what we can do. And we'll get into those expressions in just a moment. Okay, finally, I'm here to help in any way I can, and I apologize for the frustration you're experiencing. This is less about the cause, and this is more about your feeling. You're currently going through this feeling of frustration, right? Or inconvenience. I apologize for this frustration you're experiencing, this inconvenience you're experiencing. So again, we're not talking about why right now. I'm just acknowledging your current feeling. Next, let's talk about empathy. How do we show empathy to a customer? These expressions let the customer know that you understand what they're going through and that you are here to help. So let's check out 4 examples, 4 things we can say to show empathy. I completely understand why you're feeling frustrated, and I'm here to listen. Now, this could be a little bit risky, right? If you say, I completely understand, it's possible that they may feel that you couldn't possibly understand my situation. You've never gone through anything like this, right? But that's why I recommend using the word why instead of what. If you say, I completely understand what you're feeling, that means I understand how you feel because I've experienced the same thing. But instead, if you say, I completely understand why you're feeling frustrated, then it just focuses on me understanding it, and it's not saying that I exactly know how that feels. So in this case, why may be better than what. I know this is frustrating, but I'm here to assist you and find a solution. Or I'm here to help you and find a solution. I know this is frustrating. I know that this is inconvenient or annoying. This is a great way to, again, show that you understand, but not necessarily say, yes, and I know exactly what that feels like. I'm just listening carefully, and I want to make sure I understand, that I show empathy to you, so that then we can work together on finding a solution. I understand your situation, and I'm here to find a solution for you. This is a great way to connect what you're going to do with that initial thing that you say to show empathy. I understand your situation. So I understand what you've explained. You've talked me through it. I can see that you're very upset, right? I understand it. Now, again, if you say this in a way that sounds like you don't really care, I understand your situation. No, let's work on a solution. That could sound a little bit maybe inconsiderate, right? It could sound a little bit cold. So it matters how you say that if you're talking on the phone, for example, but it can be a very good expression to show empathy. I understand your concern, and I'm going to do everything I can to help. You could say assist you to make it a bit more formal, but help, I think, is a good one. It feels a little bit more personal. Now, I understand your situation. I understand your concern. Those are a little bit different. Situation is what happened, right? The whole situation you're in, and your concern is focusing on your emotion. What makes you angry? What makes you frustrated? What you're worried about, right? So just be aware that those are a little bit different. One focusing on the feeling, and one more focusing on the broader situation, the broader context. Now, what about expressions that can show that you want to work together to solve the problem? We talked about a few of these connected to expressions for empathy, but let's do some specifically to talk about how we can work together. Number one, to empathize and then emphasize that you and the customer are a team working toward a common goal to solve the issue. So here are 4 expressions that you can use to show a sort of collaborative spirit. Let's do what we can to resolve this issue. Let's do what we can. Now, it may be that I'm going to do most of it, or maybe not. But by saying let's and we, it makes it feel like we're in the same team. And that can be a good way to start to tackle a problem. In the same way, let's work together to resolve this. So the word together, saying that it's going to be you and me, right? Now we could connect it by showing appreciation that this person here that we're dealing with has waited a long time and dealt with several other people and is feeling a bit frustrated. So I appreciate your patience while we work through this together. So I appreciate your patience, number one. Thank you for sometimes waiting on a 5-minute hold while I talk to some other people, right? But also while we work through this to remind the customer that this is an ongoing process. Here we go. We're kind of doing it together. Now, we could combine let's with the word together, and that would be a good way to express something very similar. Let's work together to resolve this as quickly as possible. So there, I want to let you know that I'm prioritizing speed, that I want to work quickly with you, that I don't want to keep you waiting longer. And again, let's and the word together sort of reinforce this idea that, well, we are in this together. Now, last but not least, let's bring in some positivity. Positive expressions can create a friendly and solution-focused tone, which is obviously something that we want. And I think they can help improve the customer's overall experience, right? So here are 4 examples that you can use to, let's say, spread the sunshine. I'm here to help. Shall we get started? So that's just a way to quickly say, I am going to do whatever it takes to help you, and then begin now. Thank you for bringing this up. I'm going to do my best to help you. So there again, we have two pieces. I'm thanking you for bringing the issue to me because I'm the best person to solve your problem. I will do everything I can to help. I'm going to do my best to help. I will do whatever I can to help solve this for you. Any of those variations would be fine, but it's very proactive. It's very positive to essentially say, no matter what happens, your issue will be solved. I'm here to listen and help however I can. Sound good? Now, sound good can be a little bit informal, right? The formal way to say that is, does that sound good? Does that sound good? Now, sometimes you will hear people say instead of sound good, sounds good. So if you want to say it formally, then go with, does that sound good? If you want to say it more casually, then I would recommend sounds good, sounds good. Again, not very formal, so you have to be aware of that. I'm here to help. I'm here to listen. These two are a way to show that I'm continually going to be carefully listening to your issues and doing everything that I can. But then I want to get a little feedback, and that's a way to make you feel like we're participating. Sounds good? And then hopefully the customer will say, sounds good. Okay, so that's just a great way to make sure we're both on the same team. I'm here to help, and I'll do everything I can to assist you. Assist you is a little bit formal, so just be aware of that. Help sounds a bit more friendly to me. I'm here to help is almost something that a superhero would say when they land on the ground. I'm here to help, and I'll do everything I can to assist you. So it can sound a bit formal. It could be a bit corny, but I think it could also be a good way to set the tone, be very positive, and show that I'm going to be proactively helping you solve your problem. Okay, so now that we've gone through these 4 groups of expressions, I would like you to start thinking about how you can put them into practice. Pick out a few of the ones that you like and try to use them in your own customer service situations and let me know how it goes. I think if you haven't used these before, that they will really help you communicate and create that empathy that you really want to have when you're dealing with a customer in English. And that is it for this video. So if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know how it goes trying out these customer service English expressions. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And also click on the links in the description to check out my full courses, including a customer service English course, which I think, if you check it out, you will get a lot out of. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.